A very good evening to you all. On behalf of Federation of Indian Petroleum Industry, I have great pleasure in welcoming you to the FIPI Award Ceremony 2019. We are highly privileged by the presence of Shri Dharmendra Pradhan, who had kindly consented to be the chief guest of today's event. Sir, many thanks to you for accepting our request. Receiving the FIPI Awards from you will be a memorable and cherished moment for all the award winners. Friends, under the guidance of the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, the oil and gas industry is primed to achieve global standards across all segments and is ready for the multiple challenges ahead in increasingly disruptive digital age. With India currently the sixth largest economy in the world, poised to become the third largest by the year 2030, I see a future full of growth opportunities for India's hydrocarbon sector. India's demand for energy is set to more than double and grow more than that of any other country in the world over the next 2 decades. In fact, our share of global energy demand is expected to rise from 6.6% in 2018 to 11% by the year 2040, with a projected twofold increase in oil demand from 5 million barrels per day in 2018 to about 9 million barrels per day by the year 2040, and considering India's vision to enhance the share of natural gas in the primary energy mix from 6% currently to 15%. Enormous growth opportunities are opening up for the oil and gas sector. In the backdrop of geopolitical tensions and volatility in international crude oil prices, the Government of India has stepped up its global efforts to ensure the nation's energy security and diversify its energy sources. The flagship scheme of PMUY was a huge success and the largest of reaching the clean and efficient LPG cooking gas to more than 8 crore BPL families was achieved 7 months ahead of schedule. The ambitious scheme was envisioned by our parent ministry under the dynamic leadership of Shri Pradhan, and today the country has achieved an LPG penetration of over 96%. Another key initiative currently underway is the creation of a natural gas economy, for which infrastructure is being scaled up in a big way. The proposed natural gas grid will make available another eco-friendly fuel to all customer segments. About 17,000 kilometers of natural gas pipelines are already in operation and over 14,000 kilometers more than are under construction. Satat scheme, or Sustainable Alternative Towards Affordable Transportation, launched in October 2018, is another major initiative under the guidance and inspiration of the Honorable Petroleum Minister. The scheme aims to promote compressed biogas or CBG produced through anaerobic decomposition of biomass sources with methane content of more than 90%. With calorific value and other properties similar to CNG, CBG can be used in CNG vehicles without any modification. In fact, CBG has a high potential to replace CNG in automotive, industrial and commercial areas given the abundance of biomass in the country. Against the total natural gas consumption of 45 million tonne in 1819, the estimated CBG potential in India from various sources is about 62 million tonnes. It is therefore planned to set up nearly 5,000 CBG plants under Satat scheme by 2023, with annual production of 15 million tonne. The oil marketing companies have floated an EOI to procure the gas from CBG plants set up by entrepreneurs. So far, LOIs have been awarded for the setting up of about 450 plants with a cumulative production capacity of about 1 million tonne. Honorable Prime Minister has envisioned India as a $5 trillion economy in the next 5 years, and the oil and gas sector is determined to play a pivotal role in achieving this national goal. As the energy landscape in the country transforms in tune with new technologies and fuel alternatives, the Federation of Indian Petroleum Industry, or FIPI, has emerged as a professional think tank for the oil and gas sector. In order to understand the impact of electric vehicles, FIPI, in association with McKinsey, analyzed the different likely scenarios of disruption and the possible way forward for the oil and gas companies in the event of a major disruption. Another major FIPI study undertaken with Deloitte is the analysis of impact of exclusion of 5 key petroleum products from GST on oil and allied sectors. The exclusion of the 5 petroleum products from the ambit of GST has resulted in widespread ramifications across the sector, and this has been a cause that FIPI has been pursuing on a consistent basis. FIPI is also working in association with knowledge partner KPMG to study the impact of oil and gas sector on Indian economy. The study seeks to qualify the contribution of the oil and gas industry to the Indian economy in terms of investments, economic growth, employment, and other relevant factors. As part of Petrotech 2019, FIPI organized several workshops which were received very well by the oil and gas and allied industries. A workshop on women in India's energy sector and another on digital transformation in oil and gas sector were held to bring technology leaders under one roof. Youth Forum 2019 was another uniquely designed platform to bring students from across the country face to face with industry leaders to interact and explore the prospects of a rewarding career in the oil and gas industry. FIPI is also projecting the synergistic power of the oil and gas sector enterprises overseas. For the second consecutive year, FIPI took part in the Abu Dhabi International Petroleum Exhibition and Conference (ADIPEC) in November 19 and set up a joint pavilion on behalf of India's oil and gas companies. It was adjudged as the best pavilion at ADIPEC 2019 for its design and for effectively showcasing the strengths, capability, and investment potential in the Indian oil and gas sector. FIPI also joined hands with the World Petroleum Council to organize the second edition of WPC Leadership Conference in February 2019 at Mumbai. The global conference was attended by major stakeholders from domestic and international oil and gas industry, as well as representatives from the academia. FIPI continues to play a critical role as the apex industry body of the oil and gas sector in addressing the issues and concerns of member organizations, advocating common causes, and appropriately taking them up with the government, regulatory authorities, and other stakeholders. Today, we gather here to felicitate the bright stars of the oil and gas industry through FIPI Awards in the esteemed presence of Shri Dharmendra Pradhanji. It is indeed an occasion for FIPI to renew its pledge to work consistently for the advancement of the hydrocarbon sector in tandem with national priorities. Thank you. Jai Hind.